Holy shit. It's crazy. What's up, guys? Welcome to my new video. This is a different video because we are in a Tesla. It's a new Model 3. It's the Highland model. So this is, I think, the standard range. I have to ask. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a very cool car, actually. This is my first electric drive, so my first time trying electric car, and the impression is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's a really cool car, and this is only my first impression. So later we're gonna talk about more this car and how how it feels to drive the newest Model 3 Highland. So for now the impressions are good, and I have to get used to all this power, and I have to get used to the one pedal drive. Yeah, I mean it does have power for sure. I think this is the base model, but it is crazy. It is crazy. You have, if you haven't tried yet some electric vehicle, you have to, because it's crazy. It's crazy. It just goes. I mean, it's really it has a lot of power for sure. The steering wheel is a little bit small for my habits, but it is very precise for what I can see. But anyway, I will just talk about more later, or maybe in my office I will do some clips here and there. So for sure I will talk about more later. So for now, bye. You have seen a little bit of accelerate with this Tesla. It is a thing. So we are charging now the Tesla at the Tesla supercharger. It's very easy method. I mean, I think one of the most easiest on the electric cars, and this is the Tesla. So as you can see, very basic Tesla, but it is the new model. So the Tesla 3, Model 3 Highland model. Let's see. The first changes that you can see are the rear headlights. So these are very cool in my opinion, better than the oldest Model 3. And we have, of course, the new roof. So it is a little bit darker, but it is because it does have two glasses on the top. So it's more soundproof if you compare to the oldest model. And also, this is the front. So new headlights, very cool. I like these smaller headlights much more than the older models. And the color is blue. I don't have any preference for the colors. Let's see how it is inside. So we have white interiors. So as you can see, these are the newest changes. So nothing here, back there. The turning signals are there. The lights are here. You have everything on the steering wheel, and the rest it's on the big iPad, of course. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we are charging now, and you can see also the remaining charge. And that's it. We have some changes here. I like this very much, very smooth. These are two wireless charging points, so very cool. We have ventilate seats because these are also cooled and heated, so very cool. And that's pretty much it. We have nothing pretty much here. We have this new line, this LED line that goes all around the car, also back there, and you can change it, of course, on the screen right here. You can change the color. So guys, as you can see, the battery are heating because the Tesla is charging, and I think it's pretty normal, and it does not smell of anything, of course, because it's just heat from the battery. This is the frunk of the Tesla, very minimal, of course. You have some cables. We don't have any motors. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, how this thing works, it makes no sense. Anyway, this is the frunk. I mean, it's pretty much standard, and yeah, that's the car. Look at that. So this is the back. This is the trunk. It is electric, of course, and we have a lot of space. You cannot see because it's pretty much all black, but we have really a lot of space. The car is pretty long. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool. And we are here for about 10 minutes almost, and the car went from 35% to 63%. So for those who are just saying that electric recharge are slow, I mean, these guys are not. So this is the proof. This is my first time driving it, and it is not slow. I mean, you are here just enjoying the car, and in 10 minutes we have almost 30% charge on this car. So really cool. Very nice, very nice. Let's go. So we are back in the studio, and this is the continue of my test drive of the Tesla Model 3, because yes, it was a test drive. Unfortunately, it's not my car yet. But anyway, I'm here to tell you some first impression. I haven't watched yet the footage that I shot on my iPhone, but I think you will get the idea of the car. And as I said also in that footage, the car is looking very cool in my opinion. The new design is great. It's a lot better compared to the older one, and the car, it is great, especially for the price. I think it is the best EV that you can buy at the moment, because yes, it is not, I mean, the cheapest car on the market, but if you compare it to other electric vehicles, I mean, the Tesla Model 3, it is one of the cheapest for the performance and price, because it is a car with almost 400 horsepower. We can say horsepower just to simplify. Anyway, if you drive like me, a normal car, I mean, if you are used to a car that does maximum of 100, 120 horsepower, and it is thermic, the difference with electric is very big. I mean, I knew the experience would be like that, but when you drive it for the first time, it is very cool if you haven't drove already an electric vehicle. And of course, you have to like EVs, because a lot of people don't like these electric cars. I don't know why. They don't want electric vehicles on the planet. I mean, they just like the sound of a car, and I agree with that because I like cars in general, but I have a special place for the electric cars, and the Tesla is one of that. As I was saying, if you drive a standard car, I mean, that car is fast. I mean, it does have more than 300 horsepower and it is fast. So I tested the standard model, so the base model that you can buy of the Model 3. So we had pretty much nothing. It is only rear wheel drive, and it is not the long range mode. It is just the base model, and it is fast. I mean, it does 0 to 100 in, I think, 6.6 seconds, something like that. I mean, it's crazy. If you are used to a normal car, it is fast. It was limited to 140 kilometers per hour. And of course, I was in public roads. I couldn't test the maximum velocity, but I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in the acceleration, and it does have a lot of acceleration. I mean, you have to try an electric vehicle if you haven't tried already. Just book for yourself a test drive for a Tesla, because in my opinion it is a very good experience, and maybe if you have the possibility, I mean, maybe you can buy one. In my opinion, it is a great car. I like the interiors. It is very, very minimal. I mean, you have pretty much nothing. You have all on your steering wheel for the indicators and all of that stuff. And then you have the giant iPad that you can control pretty much anything. So the airflow, the music, Google, Spotify, everything with the car. You can control the new LED strip that you had all over the inside of the car. You have heated seats and you have heated steering wheel. You have also cooled seat, and I would buy that car only for that. It is very silent. You will hear just the bare minimum of road noise and with noise, but it's very, very light. So the car is very, very silent because it is very, very soundproof. And for those who says that maybe you can buy a long range, maybe you can buy a Model S because it's faster, I mean, it's overkill. I mean, that car, it's more than enough. Just trust me, if you are used to normal cars, if you don't drive like a 300 or 400 horsepower car, it doesn't make any sense to buy a long range or maybe a Model S that does have like 1000 horsepower. It doesn't make any sense. It is just overkill. It's fun, yes, but for the daily usage, the Model 3, it is more than enough. I mean, you can do pretty much anything, and the car is really, really comfy. The only thing that I have to say, and it is a downside of the newest Tesla Model 3, the Highland model, that are the indicators on the steering wheel, because I'm not used at all to those indicators. They are soft touch and they work like the MacBook trackpad. I don't know if you are familiar with that. So it does have a feedback when you touch it. They work very good, actually. You just click it and they are just great, but they are a little bit difficult to activate when you turn your steering wheel, because you have maybe your steering wheel in this position, and so you have to click your indicators and you don't know what is the left and right indicators, because maybe you have your steering wheel upside down, and if you are not used to it, it is a little bit difficult to get used to them, but eventually you will do it. So this was only my first impression on those, because I mean, I drove it only for 30 minutes more or less. So this was the only difficulties that I had with the newest Tesla. For the rest, it works really, really great. The acceleration, it is great. The control of the car, it is great. I mean, it is stuck on the ground. You can do a turn to 100 kilometers per hour and it doesn't move. The car is really, really on the ground. And I didn't expect that for a car that weighs that much, but the weight distribution, it is very good actually. You can feel it when you are using the car, and when you are just steering the wheel, you can just feel that the car is very balanced. Anyway, this video is getting too long. I have a lot more to say, but for now, that's more than enough. If you have any question, just type it down below. And also, if you want me to try the Model Y, just let me know it down below in the comments, because maybe I could do a test drive also for that. I don't like that much the Model Y as I like the Model 3, but for the sake of the video, I will do a test. It will be fun too. Anyway, as I said, let me know down below in the comments what do you think about the newest Tesla and what do you think in general about the electric vehicles. I personally like those cars a lot, but let me know your opinion. And if you did like this video, just hit a like button down below and also subscribe to this channel. That is not a car channel, so sorry for not being so professional on cars, but this was just my first impression on an electric vehicle, especially the Tesla Model 3. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.